1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? You got it. So you hear this like same kind of expression a lot where people are like, nothing feels the same anymore. Or like everything's changed since 2020, bro. And people like to blame it on 2020. Just sounds good, right? Like I got 2020 vision. I could see it all so clear. Hindsight, bro. But really, I was doing a deep dive, and to a lot of you guys under the age of 30 or 35, a lot of what we're going to be talking about might be pretty foreign to you. Smile. See? You didn't even know how to feel right there. You're like, whoa, what? But to me, that was a normal part of life. And all this stuff behind me is kind of going to be used as props in this video. And people are right. Things do feel weird. Not weird like that. Things feel a little hollow, okay? Like there's a big reason why like vintage or like people using old things are coming back around. It's because it's like it has a feeling to it. It's like you know when you watch the same TV show over and over again, you've seen it so many times. You're just trying to find that feeling once again, and I think that's what it is. But I don't think 2020 was it. It was really more like 2015 is when this all went down. We're gonna go way back, okay? So get your pencils, get your paper out, class. We're gonna have some fun. All right, it's gonna be a good time. But in 2007, we all know the iPhone came out. Okay, very cool. All right. But things didn't just change overnight in 2007. This camera came out in 2007, guys. Okay. It wasn't that fast. It took a long time. And that's why I'm saying 2015. Really like 2015 is the year. But in 2007, guess what else came out that year, class? Netflix streaming service. Okay, same year. But it didn't become popular overnight. It took quite a long time for these things to really get with the times. All right. When did you get your first smartphone? Forget iPhone. I got my first one in 2012. I was kind of forced to. Not forced to, but like everyone was doing it. You almost kind of fell out of the loop if you didn't have one. But I looked it up. The smartphone became the standard around 2012. But right here, 2013 to 2014, the transition to smartphones was solidified. There you go. That's why I'm saying 2015, because by 2015, shit was bananas. I remember it was so exciting. Before I get into it, it was like there was this excitement happening. And if you're my age or older, you guys know what I'm talking about. Bring it back to the year 2000. Okay. Like we can't go this far back. That's like the 90s, the 80s. Yellow TVs, they don't make those anymore. There's a feeling to that, right? Boom boxes. When's the last time you had a fucking boom box, dude? Like, I'm serious. Probably never. These all still work, by the way. Okay. Where I'm getting at is every year, especially if let's just bring it back to the year 2000. Every year, some new shit was coming out, dude. Some new shit was coming out. The new video game station, the new console, the new TV, everything just kept getting doper and doper. Everything was like, whoa, what? You see the quality on that shit? It was this thing. And I've kind of follow me here. This is all going to make sense. I've kind of equated it to everything you see behind me is a perfect example. This camera right here, that's a video camera, okay? These were two separate entities, the video camera and the camera, two separate entities. Now it's right here, okay? The TV and the computer, there used to be a time when you were surfing the computer, you did that at your house. And a lot of people had their computer in the kitchen or kitchen adjacent. You guys remember that? It was always like a computer right near the kitchen. It was never in closed quarters. It was always just out in the open. Mine happened to be in the kitchen. That was a big popular one. I don't know what that was about. Okay. But there was a time where your computer, you did that at your crib. Does that make sense? You did that at your house. And now I'm sitting there at Thanksgiving dinner and I'm surfing vintage lamps on eBay. You get what I'm saying? TV, there used to be a time and a place for that. And the TV, this is something where like screen time, American culture, at least what I know, TV is huge, dude. It's fucking big time. Okay? And this is what it is now. You just have it everywhere you go. Okay? There used to be a time when if you wanted to whack off as a dude, you know, you wanted some pay-per-view, you wanted some visuals, not just a magazine. You know, you had to do that in close quarters. You know, you had to wait for the whole house to be cleared out for you to rev up the computer and get some shit cooking. Okay? And I'm saying this because this is the TV. And now you just pop it up, hop in a public restroom and yoke one out. I know it's a little nuts, but people do that. You know, when you went to the beach, you brought a boombox, dude. A fucking boombox. It felt like a mission. You're bringing a boombox and you got your camera with you, dude. No longer, dude. You got your TV, your boombox. You got everything you could possibly need right here. Even your friendships, which we will get into. But this all really 2015, that's when shit hit the fan. But it was still exciting. That's the part. My bad. That's where I'm getting at with this right here. Right here. When did it become common for people to stop buying DVDs? 2015, 2016. And why do I even bring up DVDs? It's not like people use them. Or CDs. Most people don't use CDs. They don't even have a fucking CD player in their car. And I'm not mad about that. But what I'm saying is there was this thing where everything had its own little special place. It felt like its own thing. We went from having music was its own entity to the computer in the kitchen was its own entity to the TV being its own entity to the camera to the video camera. All these things were separated fun. You get what I'm saying? Now it's consolidated to this. And it's almost like this addiction thing. It's we're going to break this down. But 2015, that's when shit got super popular for people to just not even have. Nowadays, people are like, I don't even own a DVD player. Why would you? Why would you? You don't need one. I understand that. But here's the big culprit that a lot of people don't think about. I really think about this shit a lot because I'm still a big physical media guy. Instagram. I'm going to blame a lot of this not only on the phone, but on Instagram in particular. They added video in 2013. And I remember this because it basically ruined, I don't want to say it ruined skateboarding, because you could say it for football, basketball, you could say it for anything really. But for me, skateboarding, right? Skateboarding, this is my favorite board brand, Baker, but like, this hasn't changed in 40 years. This is still the same. It's a piece of wood on wheels, and you go out, and it's the same fucking thing. Life around it's changed big time. But skateboarding used to be, it was so special. And maybe people with sports might have this, but I don't even think that. Here's where I'm getting. This is a VHS, and it still works. Same company. This used to be the biggest deal. DVDs were more prevalent. I got it on DVD too. That's not the point. The point is I'll never forget when Instagram dropped that video posting. The amount of skateboarding content that came out, I would say pretty fast, within a year or two, completely ruined this experience. They don't even make them anymore. And sports and things of that nature, football, hockey, that's all a little bit different. But here's how I can say it ruined that too. You used to sit down and watch highlight reels and all that. Now it's just all right here. It's all right there. You're getting to know the basketball player now. You follow him on Instagram. You're watching videos of him not playing basketball, but he's fucking grocery shopping, bro. It's a bit extreme. But what I'm saying is that short form content, and I was even curious about this. I was like, when did short form content become like king? Right here. Short form content became more popular than long form around 2013, 2014. Call it 2015. That's when it became the new normal, guys. Right here. 2014 to 2017, this period saw a significant increase in users with short form video. But that right there, forget the DVDs, everything. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here. All these things being its own fun. It was all special in its own little way. And now it's not. It's in your pocket at all times. At the beach. A public restroom. Okay? The mall. All right? Thanksgiving dinner. I just had Thanksgiving dinner. It was very pathetic. It's a great meal. But even me, everyone, all the old people, the 60, 70-year-olds on their phone, just chilling. It was kind of pathetic. I fell asleep on the floor, guys. A 36-year-old man, I slept on the floor. I thought about it a little later. I was like, that's kind of odd. You know, I just met some of these people. I'm sleeping on the floor. There's nowhere to sit, and I was in a coma, dude. The grandmother passed out and stuff, too, like on the couch. But my point is all this stuff, it had pizzazz, dude. It felt... It was cool, dude. We used to like link up, and now it's just a text message away, and you don't even remember watching that video. But like when you had it, it meant something to you. Like I bring this with me places to take photos instead of the phone now, because this means something. It literally makes people like it's a special moment. Even people who live through this time are like, yo, what's up, dude? Yeah, snap me, bro. You know, it's, I listen to CDs still in the car. I have a CD player. I listen to tapes, not every day. If I could, this TV or a TV like this would be my only TV in the house. You could still hook up Netflix through these kind of, well, maybe not this TV, but from the 2000s, you could still hook it up. If it was up to me and I didn't live with my lady, that is literally how I would live. It just feels special. Okay, upward and onward. We're still moving here. Okay, I hope we're having fun here. Even in video games, I'm not the biggest gamer, but video games nowadays, I got a PS5 like a month or two ago, and it's like half the games, I don't even have discs. You just download it. I'm like, dude, I'm tired of downloading shit. I had to make an account, guys. I had to make an account to play a video game. It's like, dude, I just want to pop it in. I'm tired of making accounts here. Here's a big one, though. We're going to switch gears a little bit here. This is more of the relationship aspect. But right here, September 2012, Tinder was released. But it started to become a phenomenon around 2014. I remember this because I'm bringing Tinder up because this is a big one. I understand dating online's been around for a long time. The internet's been around, but you used to do it at your fucking house on a thing. It was its own entity, guys. Okay. Now you're doing, not only you're listening to music and watching TV and whacking off in the bathroom. I know some of you sick fucks. I get it. I've done it. You think I don't know? Come on. Who are you kidding? And I hate to bring that up. It's disgusting, but come on. You know it's true. That's where something's up. But not only can you do your grocery shopping and all that, but you could find true love. I've been to 5 weddings in the past like 4 years. Every single one of them met on a dating app. But okay. but why people think things aren't the same anymore. And a lot of people are they're even lusting at things that they never even lived through. They're wanting to experience all these things behind me. Or at least they think they want to. But the truth is we're so, not even just our partners, like sexual. And I bring up the whacking off in the bathroom because I think it kind of fucked with us a little bit. But even our friendships, it's kind of fucked up, and maybe that's just a part of getting older. That's probably always been a thing. But, a couple texts, and it's some text and sharing some videos with the best friend it's next thing you know, you don't see them in person for months. And then when you do, how often than not are you on the phone? I think it's a real addiction. And I'm actually about to get a burner phone just to kind of help, because I don't think I have the willpower. I'm a junkie, but I think we all are, though. But I really do think 2015, that's when it all really happened. That's when it really happened, but it was still exciting. It was still like that. Some new shit's coming out. Like, here's the best way to explain this. People are seeking that feeling so hard, this feeling behind me, right? Not everyone. A lot of people aren't. They're playing fucking movies. Back to the Future is playing in a theater near you, and that came out 40 years ago. I went to see it. It was incredible. But they're starting to, like, Wedding Crashers is going to be played in the theaters on December 4th near my house, and I'm going. Me and my girl, we're excited to the moon about it. But what new movie coming out are you excited to jump out of your skibbies for and go to the fucking movie theater? And the friendships, maybe that's just something, just getting older, just learning that. But that even feels hollow. Like, here's something else too. I kind of want to wind this down, but something I want you to pay attention to, even at your own house. And I don't give a fuck, guys, about minimalism and all this shit. I don't care. That's not what we're talking about. People want to understand why things don't feel special anymore. I'm trying to paint you the picture here because I know everything. But when's the last time you went into somebody's house and they had like photos hanging up? This isn't a great representation because you can't see everything. Okay. But most people's homes now, it feels, I heard somebody say this recently, and it's true. It almost feels like an office or like a dental office. It kind of feels, it really does feel hollow. Like, I know I have a bunch of shit behind me. I get that. This isn't just a backdrop for videos. This is actually like, when I walk into my house, I want to feel special. Like, I want it to feel like it's different than the fucking doctor's office. But a lot of people's houses kind of feel, it's almost like this. It's kind of strange. It's kind of it's a little bizarre. It really is. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I get the minimalism thing. But I think the only thing I can really do is just kind of, hey, I could do it for myself. And also, I can leave this at home and just bring a burner phone with me when I'm going to spend time with friends, right? Maybe it'll wear off on them. I don't expect them to get a burner phone. I'm just saying maybe me being more present will force them to be more present. Or when somebody comes over and I do pop in a DVD or something like that, they won't even fucking realize it. Maybe they will be excited for that. Not to mention, like, cars. Like, I have a 1985 Cadillac. I wasn't even born in 1985, dude. And thanks to everybody who bought a shirt, by the way, the Caddy Daddy shirt. I'll get linked down below. But that car feels so special, and I wasn't even alive then. But every car, most cars felt like that. They had like a crazy green interior, blue interior, fucking plaid, dude. Wood grain cars, dude. An entire car was wood grain. It was paneled like this TV behind me. Toyotas, dude. Like green interior, plaid, crazy cool, just for no reason interior. A basic car. We're not talking about luxury vehicles here. Well, I guess the Caddy was a luxury vehicle back then. It was. But even basic cars. And now it's gotten to a point where people don't even want to drive the car. They don't even want to drive the car. They want the self-driving Tesla. Not everybody, but it's becoming it's a thing. And I wouldn't be shocked. Remember, guys, what we learned here. It took 7 to 10 years for all this stuff to become so normal. Now we're looking back and go, why does life feel hollow? It's kind of bizarre. It's a little trippy. And there's nothing really I can do about it. The only thing I can do is like, well, I guess I'm going to, ditch my phone more often. And I do listen to CDs in the car, and I do watch DVDs, and I have sex with a woman, Like that's some old school shit. I don't mean it like that, but it is kind of strange is all I'm saying. And I know TVs have been around for a long time. But I'm going to end on this note. I was over at someone's house, and they're a big sports fan. And on the TV in their house, they had 4 games playing at once on the TV. 4 games, guys, while surfing the phone. And I kind of just looked at myself in that situation and said, wow, like I go, is that what I look like? It's kind of like, it's kind of junky status. Not to mention, we got people over here. And we're not even, we're talking in between like the 5 games going on in the phone and like, oh yeah, what'd you say? But that's my conclusion on it. Shit isn't the same. Nothing's the same. And we can't really relive it. I don't care how many DVDs and VHSs, and I go, smile, ass, smile, dickhead, like, nothing's ever going to be the same. But something you can do and something that does work is literally like, you'd be surprised. I'm not saying just go buy this camera or anything. I'm not saying that, but you'd be shocked if you did start adding some separate elements, or like treat this like a thing to do and not just always doing it. You'd be kind of shocked. Like, I'm using a real camera here. I'm not using an iPhone. I'm using a fucking plug-in microphone that plugs in with a giant cord. And I'll walk around with this all day, but I'm saying it does work. My cars, they're old. I drive a 2000. I'm not saying go buy an old car. I'm just saying, when you kind of force yourself to do it, you'd be surprised how much more fun things are. Not fun, but I don't know how to explain it. We can't really, I don't know. I'm going to end it on that note. But 2015 is the culprit, okay? I just wanted to bring this up because I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it time and time again. The same thing over and over again. Nothing feels the same. 2020. And it's like, yeah, dude, it's been fucked. It's been different. It's real different. We got self-driving cars now. It's beyond the ether, dude. Take a fucking hit. People don't even do that anymore. It's vaporized. Anyways, hell of a talk. Shout out to everybody who bought a shirt. I love you. Okay, these shirts will give you that feeling. Something about it. Okay, I don't know what it is. Everyone join the Patreon. I love you. And I like lost my train of thought. I think this video is done. I'm fucking over it. I'm getting the hell out of here. Did I already take your picture? Unreal. Good talk.